Today I'm going to fit these two pressure filters. I made some minor changes. I've had to put another 45 on here to bring this pipe straight. Not a lot I can do with the alterations that the original owner did. And I've put some piping from an old pond vacuum on here, because I had to adapt it to fit a flexi onto it. The same with this pipe. So, welcome to Pomfret's Pond. First of all, what I'm going to do before I actually put them down the filter pit is change the UV bulbs. Just bought 2 new ones to make sure. Take these 4 stainless steel screws out. The UV bulb must sit along this this bit inside the filter. So that's the 4 screws slackened. I just tease the casing out. Put these in here and then they don't go missing. Right, that comes off with the gasket here, and this unscrews. Roxy, get off the screws. That just pulls away, and there's a rubber sealing washer around it. I'll just give this a wash in the sink under the tap. Right, that's clean. Made sure not to get any water on the inside of it. And now I'll just take the bulb out. Just slide the new bulb in. Once the unit's back in, just replace the 4 steel screws and retighten. That's that one done. I'll move that to one side and replace the other one. I don't know if you can see, but on this one the chamber that it slides into and the gasket have all remained in place. It didn't pull out with the bulb, so maybe that shouldn't have happened. I'll have to make sure I take a look at it next time I change the bulb, but that's remained in place. That's the second one done. And as I said, because everything's stayed in place, it's just a case of sliding this one in and out. I've already pre-wired them into the junction box, so let's get the lids open and put them in position. Go Roxanne, your toy. Give me my Gordon wire back. Roxy, sit. Sit. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Here. Here. Good girl. Here. Give me that. Here. Good girl. Come here. Get off that. Oi. That's mine, Roxy. That's yours. So we've got a drain here next to the conservatory stroke dining room and behind the barbecue. Just got the UV drain pipe down it at the moment. And then we've got another. So the pipe goes under the patio. There's another grid here. The pipe follows through and we've got a manhole cover down here under the kids paddling pool that it drains into. But before the conservatory went up, there was another drain. And when they were putting the conservatory up, I asked them to run a pipe, which is this pipe, into that drain before they blocked it off. So that pipe is going into that drain. This is the overflow pipe coming from the pond. It's bonded to the liner, coming underground into here. It used to go that way, but because we had to fit the seat of sieve in, I chopped it off. I've got a rubber boot to blank this end off, and I'm going to put a 90 degree on here, take it along and connect it to the drain. But in between time, I'm going to put two T-pieces on and some clear pipe and connect these two to it, so that when we come to backflush and clean them out, it could go straight down the drain. That's next plan. There's not going to be enough meat left on that T-piece where it's been cut off to put a rubber boot on to blank it off. So I've got this 45 degree that I made a mess of. I'm going to cut one end of it off so I can screw the boot to it and then glue it onto the end of that bit of pipe that's sticking out. Remove the two up pipes from the splitter, and I'll now lift in the filters. Right, the splitter pipe is the one that's drawing water from the pond and pushing the dirty water into the filters, so I need to get some flexi on these two pipes, connect it to these two pipes. Don't know if you can make this out, but there's a dragonfly hovering here over the pond. Yellow and black. Right, they're all connected now. I'll just clean all the other filters out and then we'll switch on. When I got these units, the washers were perished, so I thought I could make do by wrapping some plumber's tape round, but just turned them on, turned the pump on, and they were leaking from all the places where the washers had perished. So I went to the local plumber's supplies and I bought these, £2 odd for 4. Circulation pump washer. Don't know what it's meant to be, but it's exactly the same size. So I'm going to take the fittings off now, replace the perish washers with these, and give it another go. Right, I've just opened the packet. They're the washers. You could not get a better match than that. So to just recap, the water's coming from the bottom drain, through the seater sieve, up through that one-way valve, through the Veripump, through the Evo 55, and into the Oase 6000. Now there's a splitter in between, so one pipe from the splitter is going into one Oase pressure filter and the other is going into the other, and then each filter is taking a pipe up to each Tempest. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that should solve the green water. It does get a bit messy down that filter pit, but these covers, although they're strong, they're not waterproofed. So when it rains, the water gets through and bits of soil get washed in from the embankment, but it's a filter pit and it's doing its job. So that's where we're up to. All pipes connected and going to the drain. There we go, up and running, not a leak in sight. Surprising what you can make do with these washers. Are perfect. I only needed 4, not 8, but I've got 4 spare now. Right, looks like we're just about finished in time. It's getting a bit breezy. Looks like it's going to pour down. But the overflow pipe is here. It's underwater, it's bonded to the side of the liner. Comes out of the side wall here. I put a slide valve on. The backflow pipes for flush cleaning the pressure filters go into T-pieces. I've siliconed, they're quite tight fit, that silicon pipe, that clear pipe, into the first into the T-pieces and then into the 1.5 inch. But I've also siliconed them in so that I can see the dirty water coming out, and then when I finish flushing it, it goes to clean water round and down into the drain underground. So the light's fading a little bit, but just showing you that the Evo 55 UV's lit up. Right, so I'll give you an update on the water clarity on the next video, but fingers crossed, hopefully this will have solved the problem. So we're up to 330 subscribers now. Let's try and get it to 400. I really appreciate your support. One person did suggest that I put the pressure filters in line, but that would have meant about 11,000 litres an hour hitting the first one, which I think would have flushed some debris through. So I've split them so each one is feeding each Tempest. So there's only around about 6,000, 5,000, 6,000 litres an hour going through each, and then up to the Tempest. So if you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Vortex Pond.